at this thought and you're like, that's a bad idea. Well, I want to tell you a funny story. So I'm at the beach. You can probably see this beautiful sunset. I was down there. It's windy as AF. Like you can see, I'm really dressed a lot. I'm actually quite hot now, but I'm gonna dress in a moment. I wanted to share this story with you first. So my feet are wet and sandy, and I'm like, damn it, I forgot my towel. And I'm a little bit precious about this car. So I'm like, what am I gonna do? And I was like, maybe I'll just wait for it to dry. I won't even wash my feet. I'll just shake off the sand. And I was like, no, this is so sticky. So I'm like, okay, I'll wash my feet. So I'm walking up to the car park and I see a man with a surfboard and what looks like he's using a towel to dry it. And I'm like, oh, and I have the idea. And I was like, oh, that's a bad idea. You know, who had that? And I was like, I want to ask him to use a towel to dry my feet. And then I'm walking, I'm thinking, I'm like, I'm gonna do it. And in High on Life, we're doing this thing around unreasonable requests. So there's two guys there, and I realize it's not a towel, it's a freaking surfboard case. And he's about to close his car, and he closes his boot, and I'm like, ugh, I'm like missing my opportunity. But I'm like, nah, I'm gonna do it. I'm like, hey, and they're like, hey. I'm like waving at them, and they're like, do I know this chick? Like, who is this chick? She's confused. I don't know her. I'm like, do you guys have a towel? And the other guy's like, yeah. I'm like, can I dry my feet with it? And he's like, yeah. So I go there and I dry my feet. And then I say thank you and I leave. And I feel so alive. I feel so alive. I feel so high on life because I did something like super weird. But at the end of the day, it was something that I needed to do for myself to be comfortable. How often do we have an idea of what would make our life easier, better, more comfortable, and we say, nah, don't do it. It's a bad idea. It's an unreasonable request. Half the time, the unreasonable request is not even an unreasonable request. It's just a request. But we think we're not worthy or deserving enough to actually have the thing. I'd love to hear how this story lands for you. Do you think I'm crazy or do you think that's normal? Would you do that? Is that a bit like, do you want to get high in life?